Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Ian Book Part 2. Think you're going to dig this one? Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. The idea for this one came from George White. Can we get Ian Book or Kyle Trask? Well, today, George, you get Ian Book. Tomorrow, maybe Kyle Trask. Again, thank you for the support. Keep the comments coming. I will do my best to get to it and use as many as I possibly can. This one, Ian Book versus Florida State. Some really nice throws, some nice concepts. What Notre Dame is doing offensively as well. Think you're going to dig it? Let's get it going. All right, Ian Book versus Florida State. Right at the gate, little touchdown down here, baby Gronk. We're going variations of mesh. You knew that's coming. Little glance, wheel. Here comes a shallow. Hand it to him. Again, everybody's favorite off-season draft season word, processing. Right on cue. Simple, easy, not difficult throw, but love to see it. Just the ability to get through it right here to get a touchdown, work this through these things. A bunch of different variations to run mesh. Again, I feel like I draw it up every single video, but we'll do it here again. Right here, to me, this is one. This little post or glance. We get the wheel. Potentially the ball could get here. If neither of those are there, here comes that rub, and then we're going to get that shallow coming right underneath it. So it's oftentimes 1, 2, 3, hand it to him, little punt return right, walk in for a touchdown. Nice job by Book being able to get through it. No to the post with that post player, with that middle field safety. Again, love a good post safety 5 yards deep in the end zone. Potentially to the wheel there. Maybe to the back pylon. But big 87 coming across. Just can't handle it. Quarterback-wise, I'm a big fan of Book. Upper body release. Smooth, consistent. Personally, I think it looks a little bit like Zach Wilson. I know he doesn't throw it quite the same as far as the velocity, the arm angles, the arm talent, but just the upper body mechanics. Really nice. Great start. Next one here. Big go up top. Little 2x2 all go. Right on his line. Get it up and down before that post player can make a play. Again, from the back end here. Big fan of his lower half. Also playing with base right here. Get it up and down on time. Now some of these deep balls come out to me a tick flat. And what I mean by that is just the arc of it. You know, as we see guys like Russell Wilson just drop dimes with kind of out of helicopters right here. This ball's maybe slightly flat. Again, 4 verticals. If you got questions about what that is, check the logo for the channel. This is often, if you work the inside matchup off that middle field safety, or if you like a matchup, especially when they're press on the outside, you can kind of take a peek pre-snap, post-snap. If you get a winner, give it a shot. Again, don't love just schematically here anytime you have a play fake and throw an outside go, but that's just me. Won't go off on a tangent. I feel like I see it every single video, but this is a nice throw. What I really like is right there. It's that kind of, not necessarily the jump back part of it, but the base, no heel click, all his cleats in the ground, get it up on time, up and down before that post player can make a play on an outside go. And it helps when you pick the one winner out of the 4 routes. Very nice. One more time. Footwork, all his cleats in the ground, up and down. And just what I'm saying is it works out right here, but I think in the league you see this ball maybe with a little bit more height. Usually it gets just out of the screen of these end zone shots. But that's a very nice ball. Right on the line, right in the bucket. Big time. Another one here. This is a little stick nod to baby Gronk. Little false start. That's a nice route. Beautiful throw. Put this on here because this is absolutely a throw you will see in the league. You'll be asked to do. Any team, the tight end to our left. Watch him come up, fake that stick, rip it. Again, just a window. That's an NFL window. You can see it over someone, between 2 guys. Really nice. Like how they get here scheme-wise too, empty. This looks like stick. And what I mean by that is A lot of teams run stick out of this, where this is a clear, must outside release clear. This is that stick by the number 3, and then you run a flat. And on the backside, it's usually a slop or a slant. Slant just slop mean that it can just come back out of it. Now the stick nod part of it is when the stick runner comes up and does a quick little double move and gets into the seam area or the middle of the field. It's usually paired with either a whip or loop to kind of replace that space, or a shallow. So right here it's a shallow. So the read here is stick nod to shallow. And the only time you'd really get to the shallow, or when you would get to the shallow, is if these second level defenders get so much depth that you can't bang this nod in right behind it, and then the shallow will be right there. So again, nice to see him be able to rip this thing. Love a quick little double move. Love the window of this throw. Up and down, really nice. Protect your guy from a big collision, get a big play, get down inside the 10. This is something you will absolutely see on Sundays. Really nice job. You can see that shallow coming right underneath it. If 32 were to get so much depth that you couldn't rip that nod, that's where that shallow gets hit. So just a simple high-low, but getting there in a unique, cool way. Here's one of my favorite throws of the video. It's a little fake bubble wheel up the sideline. And you see quite a few teams do this concept recently. It's just a post and a wheel, and really the post becomes kind of a clear out. This is a little bit harder with the play fake, and then you're basically ripping a hole shot all the way out to the field. He leads it to him. So again, concept-wise here, I'm trying to think who else we saw do this recently. Maybe Alabama on the channel. Here's that post, which is really kind of a clear. And then you're going to come out here and fake like you're going to block, and then take that space that the post vacated. And we're going to fake the bubble. So you're really going to come out here and kind of bluff this defender, whoever's the flat defender. It could be either of these depending on who the flat defender is. You bluff the most dangerous, and then you get into this window. And Book does a nice job here anticipating it, putting it on him, giving him a chance to run downhill. This is also a very wide side of the field throw. And that's outside the numbers on college hashes, which are wider than you'll have to be asked to do on Sundays. That's a really nice throw. I love the offensive architecture, the structure of the play, but you also have to be able to rip it to the field. Pretty nice. Right on him. Big time play. Another one here. Only up 8 versus Florida State. This is what bunch does to people, so we're going to hit a little shallow. Again, not the most difficult throw in the world by any means, but it's in there because it's a touchdown. And you can see him process, as I chuckle as I say that, going 1 to probably the X, and then you have basically a drive concept coming back. So got 88 up top working a one-on-one. I think they end up running a go here. So you see this, it can be anything, but right here it's a go. That's usually 1, and then you'll come back here and you'll kind of have both these routes operate as clears. Usually somebody runs a corner, usually somebody runs an in or a basic, and then you get this drive route coming across. So the read is oftentimes whatever you got the X doing, the one-on-one receiver. 1, 2, 3, you got everybody coming into your vision. I know a great course that talks all about kind of all-purpose concepts. This is an all-purpose concept. Drive to a one-on-one. There it is. Nice, easy touchdown. Again, great offensive concept. Nice offensive architecture to be able to create this kind of space. This is what bunch does to people. Makes life really difficult on man-to-man defense. You can see, I think 44, the defender, struggling to get through. And it's a walk-in. Take a bow. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you're looking for more quarterback school content, check out the link to the description to the video. We've got courses. We've got courses on RPOs, pass protection, how to beat every coverage, quick game. You're looking for even more content, hop over to the Patreon community. Again, I sincerely appreciate the support. Let's keep this one going. Another one of my favorite throws here. This is a big time one here. Book, not backed up, but got a long way to go. Big time little, I wouldn't say kind of a hinge. Not really a hook to me, but what I like about it is that man, 21 is a big DB playing 3 technique there, huh? Running the hook, what I like about it is the tempo and timing that he gets it out. There's some anticipation, there's some base, there's a little bit of toesiness to him. I think he is a very good athlete, but I think if he could settle in his lower half, he could be able to potentially drive the ball a little bit better. Right here, the route, this is like a 12-yard little hinge. And so this is where it gets really into the details of kind of what's going on. And this isn't receiver school, but to me, a hook is where you come back, hit whatever your depth landmark is, and come straight back to the quarterback. A comeback would be where you turn out away, and then a hinge is where you kind of almost 9 stoppage, where you come kind of down your stem or maybe fall away a little bit. But why it's on here, I think up top they run a legitimate comeback on the out. Why it's on here is the anticipation, the accuracy, the ball location. Again, him driving the ball. I'll pause it at the top. Again, you can see when he goes to separate right there, the receiver still not at the 25. Going to push all the way to like the 27 and come open up just a little bit. Probably like to see that receiver come back a little bit to keep that separation. You can see the separation he has at the top of the route. Wide receiver, you want to keep that separation by coming back to the ball, not letting the ball come to you. He should be doing, the wide receiver should be doing exactly what the DB is doing. See how he comes back like that? But quarterback school, we're looking quarterback-wise. Love the anticipation. Love seeing anticipation in these throws. Love seeing the ball location up on his face, accurate. The only thing I would say here, to me, just a tick toesy as far as a little heel clicky at the back. Just think that impacts your ability to get the ball out as quick as you want and drive the ball as consistently as you want. But that's a very nice throw. Love the accuracy, love the anticipation. 2 good AAs right there. Again, we can see if we can see the toesiness of it from the back. It's a bummer when the end zone tape is behind the defense. That's just me as an offensive guy talking. But right there, you kind of see how he pops up just a tick. You can also see, to me, how he kind of changes levels, where he's at the back of his drop right here. Look where his shoulders are. Might as well draw it. His shoulders here. So to me, this is where he should play from. So right there. Then watch when he actually kind of, see if I can slow it. See how he pops up? You just lose force, and then he kind of drops down again. So we're moving all over the place as far as, to me, what playing with elite base looks like. And so just an idea, opportunity. One more time, you see it. Now you can watch it without the line in the way as far as the toesiness, the shoulders up and down. But still, great output right there. On the body, on the break. Next one here, a fun game I've started to learn to play on this channel. Dime or jump ball. This is more kind of a DB bad play more than anything else. But I do love the fact that it's cover 0. Quarterback recognizes it. Quarterback doesn't get hit. Gives his guy a shot to go make a play. It's not a foul ball. It's right down his line. And that's a big play. That's how you beat cover 0. Now, if I was coaching DBs, I'd be pretty upset. The fact that we kind of get olayed here. Now, the other thing about sometimes throwing, and you got to take into account, not everybody is throwing to all-world talent on the perimeter. And so, if you don't have a guy who's winning all the time, sometimes you do have to throw these kind of pseudo jump balls. And I get it. And we talked about it a lot this offseason. Next one here, just a little bit of the athleticism. Again, I don't think he's quite the dynamic athlete that some guys are at the very top of the draft with the size and speed, but he is a good runner. And they have called runs for him. He gets stuffed at the goal line earlier in this game, but this one right here, he gets the edge. Again, I think it's just another variable to pay attention to. Positive, be able to create a little bit, have these built-in run plays. It's been fun to see him evolve from being a little bit probably more of this to a little bit better of a pocket, decision-making, dealer, point guard type play, but this is always there. Another one here. in third quarter. Little 13 personnel, big play action. Reason this is on here because this is a 1-2-3 read. Again, able to stay alive in the pocket, move around, do just enough to be able to get to the check down. So it's no to the post, no to the over, yes to the check down. Find it, be able to use your eyes, escape vertically. Love to see it. Again, it's not the most complicated read in the world, but it is still getting through a read. And I think these things are always important to point out. So it's post, over, play action fake, check down. And it's almost always 1, 2, 3, or alert versus specific coverage, 1, 2. I don't care how you go around it. It's 1, 2, 3 is the read. And right here, he does a nice job getting to 3. So it's not that it's the hardest throw in the world. It's just no to the post, no to the over, athletic enough to move around, find your check down. Very nice. I didn't even get the check down right. It's the tight end into the flat. Lots of tight end love there at Notre Dame. Last one here. This is 3x1, 4 verticals, missing the number 3 vertical down the middle of the field. We show this concept quite a bit on the channel, and this is just a good example of, you know, some of the, not deep ball concerns, but missing an opportunity for a touchdown here. Middle field open. To me, a tick late. Obviously, the ball location, the leprechaun doesn't like it. Thinks he's got a touchdown. But this is one of those throws that we talk a lot about where the defender has his back turned. He's covering nothing but the width of his shoulders. So here's the ball. You take the pipe. Middle field open. 4 verticals. So usually you pick a safety and you put a 2-on-1 on that safety. So it's usually here and here. I've been on teams that sometimes they like to work the field. Sometimes they like to work the boundary. Sometimes they tell you to pick the widest safety. Sometimes they tell you to pick the tightest safety. It all depends on where you're trying to get the ball. But right here, this is wide open. Not wide open, open. This defender is turning, running with his back turn. You can put this thing anywhere, and your tight end, wide receiver has got a chance to make this play. So I think it's just a tick late, an extra hitch. You can see it looks like he's working up top. The corner up top whiffs. That safety gets width out by the numbers. You come back in and you rip the number 3. You can see timing-wise there, he's probably 1 pat on the ball late. Pat, pat, pat. And then you throw a sky mail. Just an opportunity for a big-time touchdown pass that isn't a, you know, walk-in shallow. So worth talking through. Again, you can see just that extra pat on the ball. But you can really see his eyes, right? Working to our right. No. Tick late, tick high, so close. So that is a wrap. Ian Book, part 2. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about his potential on Sundays. Again, I always appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.